Silence is not weakness, it's strategy, and sometimes your quietness after being disrespected screams louder than any comeback ever could. Hello everyone, when someone disrespects you, the instinctive reaction is often to respond, to defend, to retaliate, to speak up in the heat of the moment. But the true measure of strength lies in resisting that urge. Silence in these moments becomes a mirror of your self-control, self-awareness, and deep-rooted confidence. It's not about being passive, it's about being powerful enough to know that your value isn't diminished by someone else's inability to recognize it. Responding to every act of disrespect lowers you to the level of the person who instigated it. Silence instead elevates you. It shows that you are grounded enough to choose peace over chaos. When you stay quiet, you are sending a message: you do not have the power to disturb my inner world. That takes far more courage than any sharp retort ever could. Think about it, people often lash out because they want a reaction. They want to trigger something in you to validate their behavior. By refusing to engage, you strip them of that satisfaction. You retain control, not just over the situation, but over your own emotional territory. That kind of restraint speaks volumes about your character. Moreover, silence offers space for reflection, clarity, and wisdom. It allows you to respond, not react. It gives you the opportunity to assess the value of the confrontation. Is it worth your energy? Does it serve your future? Most often, the answer is no. Those who understand their worth don't chase validation. They don't explain themselves to every critic. They let their silence do the heavy lifting and let their actions speak in time. Because silence is not the absence of a voice. It is the presence of self-respect, and that is true strength. When you react immediately to disrespect or provocation, you hand over control of your emotions to someone else. In that moment, they dictate your mood, your words, and even your actions. You give them the power to pull you out of character and steer you into emotional chaos. That's not strength, that's surrender. True power lies in the ability to pause, reflect, and decide whether the situation deserves a response at all. Reacting often comes from a place of ego. It's about defending your pride, proving a point, or making someone feel what you felt. But when your emotions control your behavior, you're no longer leading yourself. You're being led by the one who triggered you. That loss of control is exactly what they wanted, and you just handed it to them on a silver platter. The most powerful people don't react impulsively. They understand that energy is currency. They spend it wisely. Not every insult deserves attention, and not every disrespect deserves your time. Responding out of anger or frustration gives the other person influence over your mental state. And once you allow someone to affect your inner peace, you've let them win. Staying composed doesn't mean you're okay with what was said or done. It means you're choosing your battles and, most importantly, choosing yourself. You're recognizing that not every situation requires your presence. Silence can be louder than words. Walking away can be more commanding than confrontation. Keeping your composure doesn't make you weak. It proves you are in control. The person who can stay calm under pressure, who can choose when and how to respond, is the one truly in power. Protect that power. Don't give it away so easily. Let them feel the strength of your discipline, not the weakness of your reaction. Not everyone is worthy of your attention, especially when their actions are rooted in negativity, jealousy, or ignorance. When someone tries to provoke or belittle you, it often has little to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities. Giving them a reaction, whether it's anger, frustration, or even explanation, only fuels their behavior. It validates their effort to disrupt your peace. Your time, energy, and emotional space are limited and valuable. Every time you choose to respond to someone who hasn't earned your respect, you divert energy away from your goals, your growth, and your well-being. You're allowing someone with no real influence in your life to occupy space in your mind and heart. That's a cost too high to pay for a moment of pride or temporary satisfaction. It's important to realize that silence is not agreement. Ignoring someone doesn't mean they're right. It means you know they're not worth the effort. By not responding, you're refusing to stoop to their level. You're showing that your focus is too valuable to be hijacked by pettiness or provocation. People who constantly seek drama or attention often thrive on reactions. They want to feel powerful by pulling you into their chaos. But when you remain unbothered, you take away their influence. You hold onto your peace and reinforce your own self-worth. That restraint speaks volumes. Learning to walk away or stay silent isn't avoidance. It's emotional intelligence. It's the wisdom of understanding that not every battle is yours to fight. Some words and actions are so small, they don't even deserve acknowledgement. Sometimes the most powerful move is no move at all. Let your silence remind them that you are on a different level. There is no clapback more powerful than undeniable success. When someone disrespects you, doubts you, or underestimates your worth, words may feel like the natural way to defend yourself. But arguments fade, opinions change, and emotions cool. What remains, and echoes far beyond the moment, is what you accomplish in silence. Success becomes the answer that no insult can contradict. People often try to bring you down when they can't reach your level. They'll mock your dreams, question your abilities, and hope for your failure. Responding to their negativity with more noise only drags you into their small world. But when you channel that energy into building, evolving, and winning, something incredible happens. You stop needing to explain yourself. You let your results speak louder than any defense ever could. There is a unique kind of satisfaction in watching those who once doubted you forced to acknowledge what you've become, not through confrontation, not through revenge, but through your achievements. Your consistency, your discipline, your refusal to quit in the face of doubt. Those are the things that silence critics without you saying a word. Success doesn't require an audience while it's in progress. Often, the most powerful victories are those earned quietly, far from validation or applause. When the results finally arrive, they command the attention that words never could. They say, "I didn't need to respond, I needed to rise." So instead of reacting to disrespect, there is a quiet kind of power in choosing peace over engaging with pettiness. When someone tries to provoke you with insults, gossip, or passive aggression, the goal is almost always the same: to pull you into their level of negativity. It's tempting to respond, to prove a point, or defend your pride, but that only entangles you in energy that drains you and serves no purpose. When you rise above the noise and walk away, you're not avoiding confrontation, you're mastering yourself. Choosing peace isn't weakness, it's strength under control. It means valuing your mental clarity and emotional stability more than the fleeting satisfaction of being right in an argument. Pettiness lives in the moment, peace builds your future. Every time you respond to small-minded behavior, you give it weight. But when you stay grounded, it becomes obvious who's in control of the situation. And it's not the one shouting. Protecting your peace means having the discipline to stay silent when your ego screams to react. It means having the foresight to ask, will this matter tomorrow, next week, next year? Most of the time, the answer is no. The things that disturb you today often shrink in importance when viewed through the lens of purpose. Your peace silence, when chosen with intention, is a language of its own. It can express strength, boundaries, wisdom, and even defiance, without a single word being spoken. In moments of disrespect or misunderstanding, people often expect a reaction. They expect anger, defense, or retaliation, but when you offer none of that, when you stay calm and composed, your silence speaks volumes. It says, you don't have access to my emotions. It says, I'm not here to entertain your chaos. And more powerfully, it says, I choose myself. This kind of silence isn't avoidance, it's awareness. You're not ignoring the moment, you're elevating above it. You understand that not every situation deserves your voice, not every argument requires your presence. Silence can also create a powerful pause. It forces others to reflect, to confront their own actions without being distracted by your response. Sometimes, the absence of words leaves people more unsettled than anything you could have said. It puts the focus back on them and removes their opportunity to twist your reaction into something it's not. There's also dignity in silence. It shows self-respect, patience, and trust in your own value. When you stay silent, you're choosing to let time, truth, and action do the speaking. You're letting your presence, not your defense, define your worth. In a world full of noise and endless opinions, silence becomes a mark of confidence. It's a bold reminder that your voice is not available for every conversation. Your silence isn't empty. It's filled with clarity, intention, and power.